And we are live. How's everybody doing out there today? I come into frame. How's everybody feeling? Craziness going on today. As I woke up this morning and I saw Bitcoin climbing 5 in the morning. Climbing all the way to 16,156, only to be rejected to go all the way to 15,592. What up, Theo? BS Social Swap. It's going down. Anyway, and now I see it. I feel like I'm dreaming right now. But now it's back to 16,000. It literally was just at 15.8. This is getting interesting. Alt got pretty slaughtered. Dominance jumped up on us. Went all the way to 65. Needs to get rejected by this double top. Bearish divergence there too. So let's see that happen. Let's see this get rejected. If you're holding an alt position right now, it could be getting smashed in like no business. Anyway, any trades to make? I feel like, look at Lend. Oversold on the 1 minute, starting to show some bullish divergence. Getting close to the Bollinger Band. I feel like that's a good trade on Lend right now for a bounce back. Let's see what happens with Bitcoin though. So Bitcoin just toyed with 16K 2 more times. 3 more times. So it came back up, broke 16K once, twice. So it's treating 16K very similar to how it treated 12K in my opinion. But we did hit 16K. I had a friend that said if we didn't hit 16K, I don't know, it was on me or something. I don't know, threatening me or something. People get crazy. He wasn't like, he's kind of nuts, but I know he meant well, but still. Anyway, now, honestly, Bitcoin's doing something to me that's really strange. Its behavior, the volatility is a little out of control, in my opinion. Still on the uptrend that we have it going on. We've been this not as parabolic as the last move because I cloned that parabola. On its way though, doing its thing. If anyone knows how I can get my hands on a PS5, let me know. That'd be pretty cool. Help the lifer get a PS5 because that's just all that matters in life, right? Now these alts are like on sale again. It's interesting how this keeps happening. They keep getting completely now big wicks to the downside usually leads to the downside. Also, we have bearish divergence on Bitcoin. So what do we see happening for Bitcoin? Well, if it gets rejected here at 16,000 and it's going to come back down to 15.8, like we knew it had that issue there at 15.8. And honestly, it just needs to go sideways a little bit, which it's been doing, but it's been making the alts kind of freak out, which I don't understand. People didn't need to jump out of their alts the way they did. It's rookie moves. It's really a lot of rookie moves going on, guys. You know? Because you know your alts are going to make you the bank. So why would you sell your alts? And it makes sense that it's not, has to be these rookies, man. So, Bitcoin, 1 minute chart, still going up though. There's a higher low from this area here. And it also is moving on its way up. And it's a very strange channel, though. This is the channel it's in. It is respecting the rounded bottom there. You see this, the parabola. So as long as it's respecting that, that's okay. Bouncing off of this area here, 15,896. Is it basically doing this? We'll see. Eventually, it will either break the parabola or it'll go up. If it breaks the parabola, it's coming back down to 15.7. And if it breaks that, it's coming back down to 15,480, right? And these are just your levels and so on and so forth. And then here's one more level, 15, and then, of course, 15,000. Do I see that happening? Well, as I've said before, the daily's very overbought, okay? It was only a matter of time that Bitcoin has somewhat of a pullback. If you look at the daily, it's just been on a tear. Insane tear. So, gonna curve eventually here. Although at the moment it looks like, hey, I don't want to. Still, like it could go up before it turns. Haven't seen the turn yet on the MACD. Haven't seen any movement here on the RSI. So you got to just watch that level that I showed you here, the 15-minute parabola. And if it breaks the parabola, it's bearish. And if it doesn't, it stays bullish. You can say this is a bit of a double top, right? Even here's a double top. And then there's a double top. So kind of a lot of double topping going on. So it is getting wicked here off the bottom. These could just be real, like they're trying to stop hunt. They're getting everybody and anybody in a position. Now I'm in a position now. This is my 25x leverage trade. Right now I'm down $7. It's been a very crazy trade, honestly. So there's my leverage trade. I'm in for $160. We're controlling 0.175 Bitcoin with $166. And yeah, 25x that leverage. There we go. Back to 15.9 though. It's very interesting what's happening with Bitcoin, honestly. It's battling itself out. Very, very volatile ever since this morning, where I saw it go all the way up to 16,152, right around here. Amazing. Came back down. Now it's been doing a lot of shenanigans. 1 minute's even more interesting to look at because you can see how many times it wants to just hit that 16K region. I couldn't believe just now that it hit 16K as we opened up the stream. You know, like out of nowhere. I was like, whoa, what's going on now? What, 10 minutes ago when we were in the stream? Can you believe how fast time flies? Amazing. When you're having fun, guys. When you're having fun. Free PNP. Yeah, I can get you a PS5. Just send 1 Bitcoin to my address. Free PNP. Word? 1 Bitcoin? Give us the rundown. Greetings, Sigar. What's going on, man? How's everybody feeling? So dominance. Looks like it's going to get rejected here. It did come back down. It's moving with Bitcoin, though, so they seem to be coupled. The second Bitcoin goes up, dominance goes up with it. Post and packaging. Why would you sell me a PSP for $15,000 after everything I've done? It's the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. Anyway, it's oversold right here. Atom, everything's following Bitcoin. It's kind of sad because they're all in these beautiful setups. Look at them breaking out, doing bull flags, and then no. Take a look at Band after it went from 425 all the way up 627, got rejected, did a bunch of fun stuff, thought it would hold this region, but no. Now look at Band making this strange pattern now. that makes no sense and has way like this. What is this? What is this? It is at the 200-day moving average, which tends to be a magnet for the price, tends to hold it, tends to send it. So we're hoping that can hold this falling wedge here. One hour was gonna rock. It looked really good. Didn't get the cross, obviously, as Bitcoin rejected everything. So now we wait. Now we wait. Now I'm looking for the bargains. Where are they and what are they, right? So we went over, let's look over the dollar. Is that spiking? It did come off the top here, and it is kind of making a move as the market opened. It's in the green. Let's look at the Dow. The Dow down 174 points. I feel like it could get rejected here, and it did so far. Let me show you the channel that we're talking about. So the Dow now in this channel I've established. See it? And a rising wedge. Came to the top of the rising wedge. Should come back down now to 2681. Wow, Costa, man. How is it, man? Send some pictures in the telly. Send some pictures in the telly, eh? Damn, man. What's the weather like? What's it like out there? So dope. Can I Zoom call you, man, and you can show us how beautiful it is out there? So cool. NIO continuing to rip. That is very impressive, honestly. Overbought. Bouncing again here. Looks like it may get some more juice before it goes down again. Looks like it wants some more, but you will, if that completes it, you'll get your bearish tones on the double top. I'm telling you, I'd still sell here, 45, and I wouldn't look back until it came back down. But that's just my idea, right? Omasi Go not taking too big of a hit as it broke out of this. You can see it was in a bit of a bull pennant here. Broke out, came back down, broke out again. Still on a bit of an uptrend. Some shady wicks going on though. Good morning, Ross. How's everyone? What's up, Muser, Colin, Unger, Theo, everybody on the stream. Ross, how y'all feeling? Thank you so much. Where'd you go? Silver doing well, 24.21, holding the bottom of this trend line that it's holding here. Double bottomed. I say that was the bottom for silver. Look for more gains. Yeah, very shady wicks, man. The shadiest wicks on earth. Costa, man. Twice a day. Now, let's look at ETH. What happened to ETH? I sold my ETH, 471. I'll be honest, I don't know why. As a few trades didn't go well and ETH went well, so I wanted to take profit. Sometimes just to make me feel complete and kind of balance out the day, I take some profit no matter what's going on. And ETH was up. I had a substantial amount of money in it. I decided it was good to protect it. I took my money on ETH, Now ETH did get rejected. Let's see how high it went. Wanted to break out of this mini bull flag. I had my pattern there. It went as high as 476 area. So looking at ETH now in this bit of a bull flag. Okay, if it holds the bottom of this trend line, that's what we got to watch now. 4 hour not looking too bad. 1 hour looks like it probably wanted to go as well. Bitcoin just could put the end of the party there. Boss, you told me to buy gold at 1862. It's now at 1876. Amazing call. Morning, Levers. Hey, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Hey, well, I said that was the bottom. I mean, made a public call yesterday on gold, actually. Like, I went on a limb there. Jesse B, Mohit, what's going on, everybody? So I wanted to get back in, take a look. Let's look at this dollar index now. It looks like it could pump on us, which isn't good for Bitcoin. So, interesting. Could end the Bitcoin move today. lot of craziness going on in the market, though. Honestly, right? Let's take a look at some of the winners here. 1% up on SGMO. Now, what do I see happening for SGMO? Well, I thought, it's either going to break out here, so I have an alert, or come back down to this green line. So I have two alerts here, and we're going to watch it. But it really could be coiling up and out of here, honestly. There's a chance. Or this could be the top of the pattern. It could be coming back down. I could adjust the top of this pattern here. To me, that just looked uglier and not as complete of a pattern as down here. This looked more like the trend. That's why I felt like those two were just both kind of fake outs. See? Could be retesting the top of the trend line in a way in this, in this zone. So today, actually, we should, by the end of the day, we should know on these 4-hour candles. SGMO's up here, it's pretty bullish. If it comes back down here, it's probably going to come back down to the pattern. And that's, where's the low there? 980. And then if not, then this could be the low. This could be it. So yeah, let's see that chart that Jesse just posted. That's great about being part of the channel, is you can post a chart here during the live stream, and if you need some help, you're just getting into trading, you don't know what you're doing, and you need some pointers, that's what we're here for. We're here to show you guys what's going on. Okay, so let's see what we see. Muser just posted a picture from Costa Rica. Let's check it out. Wow, beautiful, man. We can see the mountains in the background. This dude's in Costa Rica. He made it there. Cheap flights right now, man. $400 for a round trippy trip. Why not go to Costa Rica, right? Now here's the bearish divergence on Bitcoin. As you can see, we have sloping RSI, but sloping up on the price. These kind of go together, though. This may have played out here, right? We'll see. But yeah, a little bearish divergence for sure. What's up, Monofro? What's going on? Jesse, is that you in profile pic? I'm also a attendee. Oh, come on. I will freaking deke you out, Mohit Singla. I'm going to join an adult league here. Jesse, you're attendee? I didn't know you were attendee, bro. Interesting. Lance Timmerman? What's going on, man? How's everybody doing? Now I got to step up the game, man. I got some new people up here. LT, Fat Stacks. I'm in the bitch. Wow. All right. So anyway, dominance could rip on us. It already is ripping as we speak. Where do we see it? It should get rejected possibly here at 65.58, or it could get all the way up to 66.50. If it breaks that, then we're in trouble on Bitcoin dominance. So watch yourself. Let's take a look at the Tether dominance. Now, Tether is one of the main forms. It's a stable coin a lot of people use. I use Tether. So if I had like 15K, it's basically 15K in Tether. And then I go in and out. So let's just take a look at what the Tether dominance is. Because lately we're using the Tether dominance with the Bitcoin dominance, right? To kind of show you where the money's moving inside the space. And that's what I like more about crypto, is I can understand the space more than I can the stock market, meaning I can see the money. We also have whale bots. Because the money's all on blockchain, we can track the money. Completely different allocation of information on the blockchain than it is when you're trading crypto than trading stocks. You get more information at your fingertips. You can see the market in real time, in my opinion, way better in crypto than you can in the stock market. And I can prove that in many, many ways if you want to get deep into the rabbit hole. So we see us bouncing off the bottom of this bottom trend line. We got rejected up here. Was that a rejection of the top trend line? Possibly. Are we coming back down? We're kind of in no man's land here with the Tether market cap at 390 though. Took a bit of a hit, as you can see. This is a descending triangle, which should keep continuing down. So people are jumping out of Tether and getting into Bitcoin more than they were a week ago. And you can clearly see this is a trend that has been starting. And we can see when the trend began was in September 26th. People started jumping out of Tether. It had a dominance of 4.8. It came all the way back down to 3.89. Now, with that, you can also take the total too. This is the total market cap of the entire space, excluding Bitcoin. So these are all the altcoins. Now, what we saw the altcoins where they were in a rounded bottom here, which you could also say was a bit of a bull flag that broke out. But you can see the clear rounded bottom. This is a consolidation of altcoins, telling you that they're on their way to break out pretty big, right? Now, and if we go into a smaller time frame here, like the 1 hour, we clearly see that we have a nice bull pennant forming. We have $165 million is my target here. Bouncing off the 200-day moving average is very strong, showing strong support here. Could that be the it for the altcoins today? Might be a chance to buy a lot of alts. This could be your indication that the bottom is in temporarily for the entire space. We do see some wick action. Let's see it on the 1 minute to see how it's really behaving. So it's just really going sideways right now at the moment, right? It did get wicked down as low as 154 billion, came back up to 157. So it's ranging in the low to mid $150 billion range. But I'm still sticking with my target here, that it's going to go all the way up to $165 billion. After that, we may see some sideways action or rejection, because you can see we did get rejected there before. It is hard resistance for the altcoins. And but in the immediate, plan for the next month, that's what I see happening. Dominance given up. I don't see if you can go to 67. As I showed you too, Bitcoin has a pullback coming. Let's get back into that idea. When is it? Well, yesterday on the stream, I said we had the 4 hour had one more pump to go. So we looked at the 4 hour, right? And how do I know that? Well, we can back test this all stuff. I could back test everything I show you guys so you can understand where I'm coming from. Now, this is the moving average convergence and divergence right here. Very simple beginning indicator. A lot of people can use it. And you know what? Just because it's beginner doesn't mean, or nothing really is beginner in this, but this is basically a universal indicator. One of the first that you're going to learn once you get into trading. It's the MACD, moving average convergence and divergence. It's an algorithm, an exponential logarithmic algorithm that takes the momentum of the move and kind of puts it into in an equation. And when that equation gives us lower numbers, the equation can kind of use price action with momentum and movement to tell us where the move wants to go, or tell us where the momentum of the move, meaning, okay, a lot of people like to buy up at 12,000, but they like to sell it too. And once everyone sold it, we got down to 97, a low here of 98, I think 98.30 at one point. I don't think we got to as low as 9,700. People wanted to buy Bitcoin there. So many buy orders that it told us that it's called oversold. Down here, anything below these dotted lines on the RSI, relative strength index, is oversold. The MACD will converge with that, and you'll see the blue line will be below the red line. So anytime the price is going down, the blue line's below the red line. Anytime the price crosses, price is going up. So when this blue line crossed, you can see price began to go up. It's actually a lagging indicator. The price begins to go up a little bit before the blue line crosses the red line. So look, blue line crossing the red line, price went sideways, but eventually did go up. Now when the blue line crosses the red line underneath, that's when price goes down. And you'll see you get a histogram during that period. Now during the pink is where kind of the bearish momentum ends, but sometimes you do get a red move right there, boom, right? Now once you get the cross, the bullish momentum begins, right? Hi bro, I'm thinking about older brother of ETH. Did you do a futures trade? Yeah, I did. I did the futures trade. We'll get into that. Now, we're knocking on 16K again, guys. Here we go. 16K right now. About to cross it. Let's just stick to the TA that I'm showing you now. So when I looked at Bitcoin on the 4 hour, I saw that we were in the pink. The blue line was about to cross. And actually, I think I can find this if I scroll back down. I posted something yesterday, right, when Bitcoin was at like 15.5, This actually started the day because there was a lot of talk going on. There's always a lot of talk when I get into the group in the morning and I read it. And this is what I posted yesterday. And I posted the chart and everything. Open the chart up that I posted. Bitcoin was sitting at 15,585, right? I saw that the blue line was crossing the red line. We were in the pink. A lot of people were screaming that Bitcoin was going to tank. Things were going up and down. And listen to what I said here. I said, see, the difference between this channel and others is that we use the same system to aim to predict the markets. It's clear to me that we are going up. Just clear your mind and take it simple. Look at the 4 hour. It's clear we were about to go up. And I showed everybody that 4 hour, like I'm showing you guys right here, right? And boom, we went up to 16K. Yeah, I wasn't saying we were going to the moon, but to me, it was obvious that we were going to go up, and we did. We broke out. I took this last parabola, we moved it up. We said, okay, this is the move for Bitcoin. Okay, now let's look at the 1 minute. And why people say, why are you using the 1 minute? It doesn't bode well. No, it doesn't. Like if you see, an indicator or a move here, yeah, it's only going to last a few minutes. But what it is going to show you is the temporary strength of the move. So look, we got wicked down. People bought it up. Came all the way up to 16,165. We got wicked all the way back down to 15,584. If you can believe that, again, one more time. So look, 15,585 is support. We've hit it twice now. Look at this, right around this region. Twice. Pretty interesting. So then we came back up. Now we had new support at 15.7. Then we hit 15.8. And now we're going up to 16K yet again. Now, this is the time. If we get rejected here, to me, a third rejection could be time to short, right? Correction up 70% on ACB call options. Okay. ACB call options popping 40%. Let's ride. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, did you do the futures trade? I did do the futures trade. I opened my first futures trade yesterday with the help of these guys on my live stream. Someone even came in and did a live Zoom for me to show me what's up. We're up $10 right now. As you can see, we took $160. We used 25x leverage. So let me show you how this works. Okay. We used $160. We times that by $120. 120. Oh no, sorry, 25. $160. We times that by 25, and that gives us $4,000, right? And we take Bitcoin, which was at like 15.9 at the time. So 15,900 divided by 4,000, and I believe it was like 3.95. No, 4,000. Yeah. Divided by 15.9. Sorry about that. And that gives us 0.25. Okay. Somehow I got 0.175. Maybe I switched this to 25x, but at the time I made the trade, I was at 16x. So anyway, when I look at the open order, I'm controlling 1.75 Bitcoin, 0.175 Bitcoin, which at the time is a lot more money, right? As you can see, it should be 16. It should be 25x. I mean 16x. I believe I did 16x. Something like that. Yeah, and then we divide that by 15.9. Should be 0.75. Yeah, something like that. Maybe I did 18, something like that. I'm not exactly remembering like I should. But anyway, this is what's called a futures trade, where you trade futures contracts against Bitcoin or for Bitcoin. You can sell short, you can buy long. This is a derivatives idea here, and you get paid in Bitcoin at the end of the day, okay? Or do you get paid in USDT? We don't know, and you can see my margin balance is now 176. We started with 160, right? Now you also have to pay to keep the position open. There's called like lending fees, right? Anyway, I'm still not like 100% sure on all of it. Oh, so it pays you in USDT, which is really nice. I actually like that because a lot of the other futures trades, I have to go back and forth. So yeah, and so you can drag this to your size. You can use 100% of your position or less. Now my liquidation price is 15,000. Bitcoin goes to 15,000, you lose it all. You lose everything. But you can put a stop loss, right? And I have a stop loss. Funny though, my stop loss was supposed to be at 15.5. As you can clearly see, I messed up with a 0 yesterday and I put it at 1,500. And that's why I didn't get stopped out both times now that Bitcoin's went down. So Bitcoin really toying. So yeah, we're gonna start leverage trading here on the show, and we're gonna get into some leverage trades because we made so many good trades, and people were like, "Hey, you could have leveraged on that," and easily made way more money with the same effort, same attention span, same knowledge. So why not go with it, right? So that's the plan and idea. All right, so we're on the 4 hour. I think there's more juice on the 4 hour, in my opinion. When Bitcoin turns and it gets across here on the 4 hour, it usually gets more juice. So if we just kind of block out all else and we look at the 4 hour and we just keep that in our minds, Bitcoin's probably going to come up to get overbought again one more time into this region. Oh yeah, it's far more risk. I mean, because you can get liquidated for everything, right? And the higher up you go with the leverage, like you can go 5x leverage and not too far from spot. But the second you start going to 10, 20x leverage, yeah, your liquidation price is pretty close to your entry. So what you have to do is you have to really know how to enter. You have to perfect bottoms. And that's what we've been doing the last 3 days on the show. We've gotten into a perfect trade at a nice bottom. It's been very interesting. So, and how did we do that? We even showed it live. I'm actually going to have to pull one of those out and turn them into a separate video. Because it just, it was beautiful how we did it. 3 trades in the last 3 days that all went pretty well to plan. Now, band, see, that 4 hour likes to turn here. Will we get oversold? We're not sure. 1 hour probably is. Yeah, bouncing now. Off the 200-day moving average as well. So, time for band. Now band's in a channel. It's kind of out of that pattern, that nice, beautiful ascending triangle. I tried to build it. I guess we had to call it a rising wedge. So if we make it a rising wedge, which was a 68% chance for break to the downside, see something like this. Hello, my love. So there's the rising wedge. Fell out of the rising wedge, back to the bottom of this pattern. Still up on an uptrend. We'll see what happens for band. I would like to see it bounce back up and go all the way back to 645. What I like about the trade is if Bitcoin keeps going sideways, that's what we need, right? So band Adam and Eve. Where is that? Like here? Adam, possible Eve. Want to see if you posted anything into the Telegram. Love looking at that picture of Costa Rica, man. So beautiful. Cold-blooded, you only got a high. From who? Cold-blooded. LT Fat Stacks, man. Love this guy. ETH, sir, please. Okay, let's get into Ether from Jesse B. Jesse, how you been, man? How's the day? I didn't know you were a goalie, man. Pretty cool. Mo's all over it. Okay, so we look at Ether, and I see that it's in. Oh yeah. She was gave me a look too. She gave me a look too, man. Yeah, it's gonna start raining here soon. Hasn't started raining here yet at all, but it probably will soon. Okay, so let's take a look at ETH on the 1 hour. It kind of wants to go sideways. It is going sideways. So we're gonna build this channel that it's in here. We could say it's in a broadening wedge now, and should come back to the top of the broadening wedge. For gains of 4.7%, back to 478. I sold up here, 471. Put 2,000 in, just took $100 off the trade yesterday. See, it came back down. That would have been the wick at 450. Amazing, 450 ETH. Let's check the 4 hour to see the strength of the move. So the 4 hour tells me that maybe we have some more red coming, or we could be coiling up to go sideways. There's two ways to play this. We could say it's also just in the flag like this. That was a breakout that kind of came back down into the pattern. I like that look. The bigger pattern that we're in here, if we go back to the 12 hour, I see this pennant that we're in here, and we broke out of this pennant with a rounded bottom though. So could ETH come back down and meet support with the pennant at 419? This is very possible. Very possible. So we're also very, very overbought. We got overbought on the daily, right? So, and the MACD is wanting to turn. So we either get a double hill like this and we get high, in this area, and it keeps moving. FSLY, break out of a sideways pattern. We'll take a look at that. Okay. Now Ethereum. Am I bullish or bearish? At the very moment, I feel like it's going to go sideways. We have to look out for what's happening with Bitcoin, obviously. Will Bitcoin get rejected there? I'm starting to get bearish, I'll be honest with you. And I've been bearish. I keep showing you guys that the daily is overbought and wants to turn down. So we're getting a very big pullback for Bitcoin. And the last 3 days or 4 days on the live stream, all we did was back test the entire bull market and back test this other run. And I showed you how much Bitcoin pulls back even when it's extremely bullish in its most bullish scenarios. And we found that it likes to pull back between like 15 and 20%, a lot. So because of that, I say we get a 20% pullback. Now we take a look at that at 16K. I think at the very least we get pushed up. If we hit 17K, I would be absolutely amazed. I say one more push up to 16.5, maybe 16.7. And if we go anywhere to 17K, we're going to touch it for literally a half a second. It's going to be a wick and we're done. And then at that point, so let's just say we get to 16.5. We times that by 0.2, gives us our 20%, right? So 16.5, and it gives us my favorite number, my 33, which is interesting that happened, right? What am I doing? I'm taking 20% retrace off the top here. And put Bitcoin back at 13.2, which is amazing. I don't want to see 12K again, but I don't mind being back in the 13Ks. We broke 10K not too long ago, so you have to remember, we have to be happy with these huge gains that we're having, right? I mean, Bitcoin up damn near 50% within a month and a half, 2 months. So things have been good, right? Time to take 0.08 to take 20% off. Times by 0.08 to take 20% off. You're funny, man. You could do many things. You could do both, right? That's a good idea too. Just take 80%. Anyway, so we have AAVE. I really am honing in on Lend. I'm saying, okay, Lend, where's your bottom, baby? And so let's look at Lend now. Sad now, things are forming in these falling wedges, which is, after a beautiful run up for Lend, damn near 50% run from 25 all the way up to 69, actually a 30% run up for Lend since November 6th. Insane, absolutely insane. Lend now retraced back down 382. If we pull the Fibonacci on that, it's on the 382. Right, so came all the way up here to bounce off the 382. See, I didn't even draw the fib yet, and I knew it was the 382. So will we come back to the 0.5? We sometimes do. It looks like it's going to want to touch the 200-day moving average. So this should kind of do something like this as the price, and they'll eventually kiss here at 51 inside of the, in between the 0.5 and the 618. So there's a chance that Lend does retrace a little more. Let's look at it on the daily. Not a lot of information because they just added AAVE to Binance, so it's pretty new. The 4 hour tells me that, there could be a turnaround here. These could be the end of the histogram, but we'll see. Again, we have to win on histogram. I wouldn't open any positions right now, honestly. I would wait for the dust to settle. Bitcoin affecting these coins too much. Too much retail, too much price action getting thrown around on Bitcoin. So because of that, it's going to affect every single trade that you're in. I wouldn't be opening a trade like the last 3 days were way easier to trade. Today, that Bitcoin choppiness, the volatility already in the morning, to see it go up and down this much by a few $100s, in the last few hours. If you take a look at Bitcoin on the 1 hour, it's starting to go sideways, which is now a better sign than before. See, on the 1 minute. See, the 1 minute started this downtrend, but it said, we're going to get bought up. Then I thought we were on our way to some parabolic moves to 17K. Bitcoin said, no. We went back down here, but then we popped back up again. Now we're respecting the parabola that I drew, and we bounced off of it. Someone else must be watching the same parabola, or it's hitting a fib circle, and now we're back at the support here at 15,900. We've hit 15.9 a bunch of different times. So honestly, I know Bitcoin has to go sideways, but if Bitcoin goes sideways between 15.9 and 16K, I think it's kind of it's still going to throw off a bit of the altcoins, We do see this old play, though. Look, double top to the double bottom. Now, we're going to continue this little play. Here's another double top, then it will double bottom till we boom out. So we'll watch Bitcoin. We'll make it into this new pennant that it's in here.
Excuse me, Daddy.
Yes, my love.
I'm trying to fix my glow puzzle, but
Oh, I'll help you with that.
it's hard.
I'll help you. You have school today?
I'm on a break.
Okay.
A long one.
Give me a little while. I'll help you with the globe, all right?
Okay.
So the 1 minute is about to turn. Let's see if this happens, if this breaks out. If you can break this line here, if you can break 16K or this other resistance that it hit, twice at 16.94, 16.100. Let's see, Bitcoin. This is it for you. Because here you go. You're breaking the top of the trend line, or she's going to come back down here and get rejected. So we'll see. We'll get back to that in a second or two. I'd like to show you what the goings on is in the world too. Okay. Funny, the news knows nothing. No, everyone keeps saying Bitcoin relentless bull run, significant break, all this stuff. But we all see that the Bitcoin on the daily is gonna flop back down. It's only a matter of time. P-Tone options, rainbow proponent. Okay, now I just wanted to look at one thing that Mo brought up was FSLY. I have a photographic memory. I think I saw something like that earlier. So let's get back and let's see what that says. FSLY. I don't know what it is. FSLY. Fastly Inc. on the New York Stock Exchange. Fastly, technology service, information technology at 77. Wow, this thing is flying. Would have been a nice scalp. Damn. Wow, you showed it to me. We could have made a killing on this thing in literally a few minutes. I like to scalp with $10,000. It's like that sweet number because everything just seems even. 1%, 100 kind of helps you do the math. But you would have basically drawn this pennant had you played this, just like my system. And what my system is, you draw a pennant, you go to the bottom of the pattern, you look at the MACD, you get in when the blue line is curving and about to cross the red line. So anywhere here on the bottom of this pennant would have given you entry at 71. This thing is damn near up 10%. And with your little, so even if you got in around here, it's up 10% in 18 hours and 32 minutes. So yesterday, I forgot. I keep thinking it's crypto. So I'm like, wait, that's only a few minutes, But that's actually 1 hour. Look, these are 1 minute candles. So that actually didn't do the time right. Or maybe it did over here. But I think this is where we opened. We opened here at 9:30. At 12 o'clock, 10. So right here is 9:30.
Okay. What about here?
Yeah, right there is 9:30. So, boom, opened up. Mo, nice call. 6% gains on that. Is it over? I mean, now you have extreme bearish divergence. That usually tells me that the move is done. Like that. And you sell on that third hill, especially when it's going down this much. That helps you out a lot. I hate that when I think I'm up in there, but I need to be down here, but I'm up there. So that works right there. Anyway, yeah. Now, I gave you guys the call on Tesla. I said 410 was the buy. Yesterday, I said 417 was the buy the day before. I jumped around. I screamed. I said Tesla, 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 Tesla. I don't know how many times I said Tesla. Anyone here on my stream could say that I said Tesla. You could have even made money just on the beginning call, like, right? Anyway, what do we see happening for Tesla? Well, we see it's in this bull pennant. We see that it bounced off the bottom of the trend line 2 times. It's now in the middle of the pattern. Look for it to get to the top of the pattern. Could get rejected and come back down to 402. I don't see that happening at this point, getting heavily coiled up. If we look at the daily now, the daily wants to cross this blue line, wants to cross the red line. You see, Summer?
Yeah.
So look, this is the price action, okay? Look, whenever the blue line wants to cross the red, see this was a blue? You see it? The price wants to go up so you can make some money. So look, here the blue line's crossing the red. What happened? What happened right here?
What happened is that the market went down.
No. Look, from here to here, what is that? If you were on a balloon and you were on the ground and you went from here to there, where would that be? Up, right?
Up.
Yeah. Green represents buys, red represents sells. So green is good, red is bad. Unless you're shorting, then red is good. But we'll get into that another day. Anyway, so here is Tesla. You can see it's heavily coiled up. Last time I did this, it blew up. So I'm telling you, man, Tesla at 700. Here's your buy again, 421. Don't look back. Okay. Total market cap for the entire market is $453 billion. That concludes Bitcoin and all the altcoins. I think we were in a bit of a bull flag that broke out like this. Now we're in another bull flag, looking very healthy. We are getting extended on the daily. Looks like we might have a pullback in the entire market cap for everything here. So I feel like today or tomorrow we're going to have our push, maybe end of the week. But by the weekend, man, we may start seeing a slump in the cryptocurrency market. And I know people don't want to hear me say that. I just have to show you. Look, the last time we were overbought, we went all the way up to 395 billion, only to come down to 311. That's a whole $100 million move. Now, the moves will get smaller as the market gets more bullish. The pullbacks will be less and few and far between, but they will come. Nothing will go up. Don't do that, my love, making sounds. Nothing will go up forever. Okay. I don't talk about platinum enough here on the channel, but I want to get into it. Now, if you look at platinum, had a big sell-off, right? Similar to gold. But I feel like it's going to do the same thing. So if we look at platinum now, look for it to follow gold and silver. Also a nicer play, only at $883. Get an ounce of platinum a lot cheaper than you can get an ounce of gold, right? Almost half price, a little about half price. So in the temporary, oh wow, in the temporary short term, whoa, you're jumping and I can't move the mouse. Please don't do that. If you're going to be in daddy's space, you got to let daddy do his business. All right, you respecting my business? All right. Don't jump up and down like you just did it again. I just said don't do that, my love. You guys can watch how to learn how to parent. Come on, man. Every time you do that, you're moving my mouse. Go jump over there. Don't put your hand on this, and you'll be all right. Anyway, I see palladium going up to 1,152 an ounce, so it's another call I have for palladium on the daily. See what happened with single MO. It is coming back down into the pattern here, so we'll see what goes on with that. All right. Now Bitcoin moving back up. Bitcoin's been funny today. It's been playing this hide and go seek game with 16K. Like, oh, here we go. Here we know. Go. Oh, here we go. Now, it broke out of this funny bull pennant that I put it in. So we can kind of, you basically have to play the bullish scenario until it's bearish. So you're just like a bot. Like you just keep drawing your pennants, keep finding your new targets, and you keep going. I've done this all day once when a stock just keeps going. OMC Go a couple weeks back just wouldn't stop. Just pennant after pennant after pennant, just breakout, sideways, breakout, sideways, break. It was beautiful. So 16,347. I'm trying to get to 16,250 in my futures trade, right? That will render me 15.9 to 16,250, right? 161%. We'll get about 3% times the 16 is 30, and then 18. So 40. We'll get 48% out of the trade if we get to 16,250.
What about 8%?
Okay, it's not crypto, but can you look at TCNFF? And yeah, sure, I know those guys. I know those stocks. We'll get into the Gus funds. We call them the Gus funds because I used to look at stocks for Gus. So welcome to the Gus funds. All right, let's look at TCNFF. TCN. Let me make sure. Wait, TCNNF. Okay. True Leaf Cannabis Corp. Okay. All right. Now we'll get out of that. Okay. First thing I do, I'll basically take you. This is also an opportunity. I love when people come to my channel for the first time. So this is how we learn how basically get out of here. You're going to distract people. You're so sweet. They're not going to listen to me. They're going to listen to you. You know you're more charming than me. And then they're not going to come to my channel. They're going to go to your channel. So come on.
I don't have a channel.
Yeah, you do. Mommy wouldn't let us do it because she thought it would be bad. But remember we made your video that day? Anyway. So the first thing you do is you make support and resistance lines, okay? To find out what's going on. Now, this was amazing. This was an even atom double bottom, all right? Let me show you what happened with this. So we had a rounded bottom. I break down actually it's an Adam and Eve double bottom. I'll show you. There's your Eve. There's your Adam, but it actually didn't play out perfectly, which is interesting. Usually these render a lot. So boom. There's a clear double bottom. It should have played out, honestly. Now was that March, October? So something happened to the pot stocks in October where and then we had our bottom in March. So this should have played out. This is a very bullish pattern, this Adam and Eve double bottom. We can show you that on other occasions. But anyway, so it broke down. Okay. And we had a clear bottom here. Now, if we go to like the 4 hour, I'm sure we'll see bullish divergence on that area. Yeah. And what is bullish divergence is you have a swing low on price like this. Pay attention, Summer. This is how you find bottoms. You have a swing low on the price, but then you have a swing up in the same area. That actually isn't the divergence there. It didn't show it there. Sometimes I have to go to smaller time frames to find it. Yeah, there it is. And see, the price is going down, but if we go to an area like right here and lock it in, the RSI is going up. And usually on the third or second touch in this area, you can find your bottom. We also use $1,000 software called Market Cipher. We're going to flip that on. It's going to give us a green dot in that area. What this does is it automates these bottoms for you and kind of gives you an idea of where the bottom is. Give it a second to load. There's a lot to it, I guess, so it's just taking a bit to load. Holding 16,020, that is those. Don't worry, I have it in another window. But see these green dots here? I'll show you. These are temporary bottoms telling you to bottom the stock, right? Wherever you see a green dot is kind of a great place to get in. It's basically a dip buy, quote unquote. So look, it told you to get in here at 9, would have been a great buy. Told you to get in here again at 12.2, would have been a great buy, right? Told you to get in here with this green dot and bullish divergence with the green line, which is what we look for. Told you to get in here at 12.15, right before that huge pop, would have been amazing. So this system really does work. You can see it would have told you to long. Here you would have longed. It doesn't always get the perfect bottom. They're temporary bottoms. You want to use it on the daily, and it'll give you even more support. We're going to show you where we think this is going, though. What happens is it gets into the money line, and then it gets red. A bunch of stuff going on. Stochastics are high, meaning that we're going to turn. See, whenever this blue and red line get this high, this is called the stochastic RSI. It's very similar to the RSI, but it also uses a bit of a two-line indication. And when this curves, it tells us that we're kind of overbought. So whenever the stochastics was this high, we came down. So we'll get back into the regular template because it's a little easier to see what goes on. 26.6. What's going on, Des? Where's 17K? First time logging in, I've lurked many times.
Who's that?
Okay, so check it out. Check it out. We just had a cross on the 30-minute. Be careful, because you could move my chair somewhere, and then you're going to move my hand, and I need my hand to be steady. Okay. Now, what I see, this is bearish divergence. You have a swing high on the price, but you have a swing low on the RSI. Okay. And this indicates to me that it's time to sell, honestly. Let's look at your daily. It's going to indicate the daily getting very overbought. It could get more, though. The last time it got very voracious. Like, this price could get crazy. But honestly, it's not going to get much more crazy. The momentum of the move has played out. You can see. And again, I backtest this for everybody if they don't understand. Relative strength index. If you were to buy up here, you would have bought this at around 14 and around 15, and then the price would have come all the way back down to 7. You would have lost 50%. Wouldn't have been. So you don't buy when the RSI, see this red line is above the dotted line. You can see, again, here the RSI is above the dotted line. It would have put you in here at 13. The stock would have come all the way back down to 5. You want to buy when the price is near the dotted line or below it. So when you saw this below the dotted line, that was boom. I mean, again, March, like every stock, right? So buy into fear, man. Buy into fear. That would have been the greatest buy ever into that pandemic buy. Fear buy. Anyway, so the price came back down here, and that was your indication to buy again at 16. To me, that tells me it's the new temporary bottom. And you can see that's also what's called the support and resistance flip. Here we had resistance, resistance, resistance. Previous resistance becomes new support. I can show it to you over and over and over again. It's like, yeah, you know, but I'll show you we bounced here, got rejected here. We got rejected a third time, and it's not uncanny that we use that as support for price. So 16, 15, we now know we have support, okay? So now what do we say? Well, we're looking overbought. Again, this is bearish divergence. Swing up on the daily, swing down on the RSI. We're also curving here on the MACD, and we're getting up there. So what I'm saying is, yes, we may get to 30, honestly, but any sell from now to 30, in my opinion, is a great sell. It's going to retrace, and I think it will come back down at least to the 21-day moving average. They'll meet somewhere here, or it'll go sideways for a while, and then you'll be able to get back in. So I would take profits on this, or if I was trying to buy in, I would not buy in yet. I would wait for some time to get in. But beautiful rounded bottom here, moving up in a bit of a parabola. So that's very bullish sign. Pot stocks are starting to take off. A lot more retail, a lot more action. You know, I moved to a pot city, Boston. Being able to buy pot anywhere you go, all over the place, is pretty interesting. My daughter's right here. But it's stocks, man. We're talking about stocks, so it is what it is. You can see that it came out of this falling wedge, which is a 68% chance of a break to the upside.
Yeah.
And now it's in what's called a rising wedge, which is a 68% chance of a break to the downside.
What about, can you make it?
See that? It also is in an Elliott wave, right? One wave, 2 wave, 3, 4, 5 wave theory. So we should be coming down the same length of this wave, honestly. So, yeah, that's what I see happening. What are pot stock tickers? Aurora, Ianthus. Ask this man, Lance Timmerman. He is like the pot stock man, honestly. He is the pot stock man. That's his thing. Like, that's what he does. He got me into pot stocks.
Okay, now, who's that?
I got into Canopy before me and him discussed pot stocks, but he got me into pot stocks, you know? Like, he expanded my knowledge on pot stocks. He got me into Organogram, a bunch of different ones off the top of my head. Organogram, Ianthus, Aurora, Tweed, right?
Yeah.
Twilio.
Yeah, but who's that?
You also want Canopy Grow Corp, which is weed. or C Canopy Grow Corp, CCG, right? CGC. Bitcoin trying 16.1 again. Oh, Bitcoin. Making it so hard to play these alts. See, I like to play altcoins. I play Bitcoin when I have to.
What about the market?
And I keep a holding. This is the market, Summer.
Oh.
Don't you have school now? Your break is over.
I don't know.
Go upstairs.
I don't know.
Go check with your mother. I'm serious. Go check with your mother.
Okay.
Thank you. TCNNF, GTBIF, CLRBF are all the ones I'm most bullish on long term. Those are the pots to watch. Watch the pots. What are the pots today? What pots are you buying?
I have 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh, that's a long time. So the 4 hour just starting to cook, man. We got our cross here for Bitcoin. That's what I said earlier in the beginning of the show. I said, hey, this looks like it's going to keep moving, right? I didn't get a chance to see how many people are on the stream. I've been so in the stream, I haven't even paid attention to the stream. You know, I think the red thumbnail is helping us get more people onto the stream. Please hit the like button. Those 17 people watching, 8 likes. Come on, we can do better than that. And I'm getting stagnant with subscribers. 218, man. I really need to push for 300. Getting more views than ever, but less subscribers. Interesting, right? The analytics game for YouTube. But if you can hit the like button, as I said before, if you've come to my channel and you like how I describe things, if you learned something from me, if you've taken a call, someone else will maybe find that beneficial. Someone may be lost out there right now, not knowing how to trade, losing their money. Their grandma gave them 10K and they're already down 3. Or, you know, their hard-earned money, they're already down. And they just need some guidance. They need someone to show them how to make things just simple, think things through, use the same oscillators over and over again. You know, the key to being a good trader is to do the same thing over and over again. Over and over and over and over again. And then eventually you get an edge. It takes time. Once you start changing up your strategy, then that strategy may work, but then you may be in the middle of the strategy and you don't know where you are in the strategy unless you're doing it all the time. It's kind of like wave theory, right? Like you got to be in it. Like you have to be in the ocean to understand the frequency, the space between each wave. If you just came in right when a ship went by and a bunch of waves went, because that's called wake, you would be like, oh, it's a rocky day, but it's not. That was just a temporary time in the ocean. Had you been in the ocean for 2 hours, you got a better understanding of what's going on. And that's kind of like a good metaphor to trading. Like the more you're in it, the more you're able to understand it, you know. And that's why it's hard, because to be in it, some people have to lose a lot of money at first, and eventually they can't lose any more, and then they can't be in it anymore. And that's, I think, why they say only 1% or 10% of 1% of 10% of traders are actually profitable, because it's just like, it's a grueling process that takes forever to learn and get through. Dollar index is starting to coil up, you know. If you can see in the 4 hour, look, we were falling down, but we're kind of like, we're hitting this new line, which is somewhat of an uptrend. So watch the dollar index. It could be spiking back up. That's making a lot of noise, honey. I'm being really respectful to you, but in a second, you're going to get kicked out of daddy's study. All right? It's not all fun and games all the time. All right? Some things have to be serious, my love. Okay. All right. So what tickers do you guys want to know about? What about ACB? What is ACB? Aurora Cannabis? Is that what you're talking about? Do the same thing over and over again. You have to be in the market to learn. Yeah. I avoid ACB like the plague. Interesting. What was ACB? Aurora, huh? I was in Aurora. I think I got into Aurora at like 15. Something like that. Wow, big spike though. Huge spike. Look at this. How much is Aurora up? 380 on October 29th. Wow, the pot stocks 291%. Damn, dude, I think I have Aurora in an account, in an E-Trade account. I just forgot about it. I think I want to go check it out. It's only like $500, $1,000 or something, but damn, maybe I just made some dough. Yeah, Aurora. We played Aurora like 2 years ago. It became an old name at one point. Wow, but what a big pump. But look at it's a pump and dump. I mean, look at this. They dump it again every time. Look at, they pumped it up here and they dumped it down. Shady business. But look, there's your double bottom. All the indications. You even have the bullish divergence, guys, on the 4 hour, meaning price swings down, I'm just showing you how to find bottoms. When the price swings down, but the RSI swings up, and there's your bottom right there. Second touch on the RSI when it comes up, 370, and you're in like Flint. I see what you're saying. I'm likely down. Oh, yeah, they must have done a stock split or something then, right? Yeah, 115. Yeah, this thing got hammered. Yeah. I would avoid it like the plague, too. It's already lower than low, right? It's like GVao when they freaking 20 to 1'd it. And now they say it's up, but I'm like, dude, that stock is literally pennies. The only reason it looks like it's up because, you know, they manipulated the price by dilution. Yeah, I hate once they start doing that. I'm with you, man. I just can't even look at the stock anymore. I'm like, get away from me. You're dead to me. Oh, 6 to 1, dude. Get a life. Ugh. I'm glad I haven't been following any of that nonsense. Anyway, let's look at Waves. Waves is a hot to trot stock right now. I'm coin. About to pop. You can see that it's in a bull flag. Despite what's going on with Bitcoin, it seems not to care. On the 4 hour, it's about to have a cross. The pink with the blue line curving. A bit of a double bottom even. Funky double bottom. RSI is also, you can draw these bull flags on the RSI. And to me, sometimes you see a pattern better in the RSI than you'll see on the price, which is interesting. But that's something that was taught to me by a more veteran trader. And there you go. Looks like it's about to break out, right? Also, we keep buying when the blue line curves in the pink. Boom, price went up. Blue line curves in the pink. Price went up. Blue line curves in the pink. What do you think is going to happen, guys? Price going to go up? I don't know. Looks like, though, but that's what we play, and that's how we do it. We do the same thing over and over again. Waves. If Waves does break out, let's take its temporary target, which is the flag. It should bounce out of this flag, come back up to the top, which puts Waves at 428. So watch out for Waves. He's being impervious to Bitcoin dominance. Seems not to care what's going on at all around. Waves in its own universe doing its own thing. Let's check out the 1 minute to see the strength of the temporary move. So it did crash with the Bitcoin crash, you know, like everything, 367 all the way back up to 380, hitting that same top area. So in my opinion right now, it's kind of at that resistance that it was at. Look, it hit it here, it hit it here, it hit it here. Wow. So big resistance for Waves. This was its huge pump. It went all the way up to 399, came back down to the low. So in my opinion, feels like it wants more. It retested the top of the trend line, came back up. This is it, man. This could be Waves is either going to get rejected here and continue this downtrend that it's in. If we look at it more on the 15 minute, so it's either going to continue a downtrend, which we could kind of say it's in this, but I feel like no way it was in that and it broke out. I feel like it's in a new uptrend now. Very bullish on Waves, even here at 385. As I showed you, the 4 hours about to rip. So put Waves in your pipe and smoke it. I mean, Waves looks like it's about to fly. We could even build this idea here. Waves, this is going to be my trade of the day, guys. We sit here until we find a trade of the day. I like this. This is looking hot to trot. It's in a bull flag. You can see it here, which I just discovered by sitting with this. And you can see how much we chart a day. Even with you guys alone, we're charting about 2 to 3 hours a day. And then I'm also just, whenever I sit down for a second, I just start twiddling and I see some things in the market. There's my little bouncy girl. Come here. Say hi to Lance.
Hi, Lance. No.
He's the first friend that ever saw you when you came home from the hospital.
But who's Des?
You know Des.
No.
What do you mean no? You know Des.
What?
Funny. How are you listening? You listening? How did you know who Des? You've been listening to the live stream upstairs?
No.
Which makes you say Des. You're funny. Des is gonna come visit soon. He has a beautiful son. Maybe his son will come and play with you. Okay. So Zcash also broke out, came back up, but now it's retesting the top of this trend line. So interesting. A lot of alts kind of having a little bit of a revival. Last summer, you guys are funny, man. That's crazy, right? How big she got, Lance? I know they listen to everything, guys. Like, you don't realize how much they're listening. They listen to everything. Well, there's my vitamin D and my lemon water that's blessed that she prays over every morning. Thank you so much. She prays over my water, man. All right, core ETH. Find the best place to enter for core ETH. Core wrapped ETH. Let's see what's going on for core ETH. I think we're pretty close to that place. I look at it now daily, kind of give an idea. All right, get all my crazy work now. Let's go back to the 4 hour. So, core ETH went all the way to 27 ETH. It was worth 27.5 ETH at one point. Okay. Check out the Bitcoin Daily Renko chart. What does that mean? Yeah, I saw you showing the price difference. That was interesting. I noticed that. A Renko chart is a type of chart developed by the Japanese that is built using price movement rather than both price and standardized time intervals, like most charts are. Investopedia, a Renko chart. Interesting. It's kind of like Hikanashi candles. I like Hikanashi candles. See Hikanashi? They like red is just green is down and red is in green is up and red is down. They're almost easier to read. See that? Kind of. This is how they establish candles. This is how candles were established. The Hikanashi system here. If you don't know what I'm saying, see how the candles are different than if we go back to the regular candles. And you can do any candles. Look, hollow candles. I just hit regular candles. See? They show you when things get sold. But the Hikanashi show you different. It doesn't need that. It would help immensely on pips. Interesting. Okay. So maybe you want to use that, right? The second you see a red candle, it would tell you to sell, right? Like, so we go back to it. It's green until it's not. So you'd be in a trade, and then nope, it's not. Like, it kind of, yeah, you're right. It establishes that trend a little better. It could fake you out here and there, though. You know? Switch it to Renko. It clear it up action even more. I don't know how. I don't know if there's a Renko template. I'd have to get into that right now. Renko. Look at that. I added the Renko. I didn't do much. Didn't do anything. I'll get into that. I will, man. Not right now. Let me just finish what I was doing here. Okay, so, sorry, no, not to be rude. I will get into Renko, and I will take what you said seriously. There's hollow candles. I don't like those at all. I don't know why, but that just doesn't do it for me. Okay, so wrapped ETH. Now, we got our divergence that we saw, me and you, clearly on I think on the 30-minute, we called it out. Right there, you can see. So the buy-in was at 7.5. So to me, that was the bottom. Everything after that is just going to keep crawling up, honestly. It could come back down to the bottom of the pattern here at 644, right? If it respects. So either you, basically what you want to do now is, if you're watching core, is I have to say, I don't want to move that. What I have to say too is I just out of the corner of my eye see a bit of a head. That could be a head and shoulders. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Maybe it played out already, came back up, or maybe this is the right shoulder and it's still going to go down. So that's a bearish pattern at the moment. We did get rejected at the top of the trend line. I never like to buy up here because I like to buy at the bottom of the trend lines, like there and there. So I think that it could come down here. I mean, what the chart says, that it wants to come back down to the bottom of the pattern. Now, hopefully it can get propped up by the moving averages. And you may be in a pennant here, like so, coiling in, and you may bust out. So you put an alert here, you put an alert down here. Whichever one hits first kind of gives you your idea. Technically could be your best buy right now, or it could be 644. 634 looks like the very best place if it will go down that low. I'm not saying it will. It looks like the trend is stopped. Look, we do have a higher low here compared to that, and that's another higher low. So you have two higher lows. Could be moving up. The same place you switch candles of the line has the Renko option. Line break, point break, candles, hollow, Hikanashi. Yeah, not so much. Oh, Renko. Smart man. Okay. Filter out the noise with Japanese charts. I can't do Japanese charts because I didn't upgrade. But, oh, actually, this is what it does. This is Renko. Interesting. Very interesting. Huh. Wow. You learn something new every day in this channel, I'll tell you what. And these guys just blew my mind. Also, it's like not letting me see it on the 4 hour or something. Anyway, you took me on a tangent. I appreciate it. Again, why I'm profitable is, see, like something like this, like I'll research it, but I'll probably stick to my system. And it's not to be rude. It's just because if I chase everyone else's system, I'll lose my own, and then I won't become profitable anymore. And I've done it before, so I've found that to be true. I like Cody here in this rounded bottom. 3.5 cent for Cody. Kind of a hurt little puppy today. Going sideways though. Looks like it might come back down to the bottom here and test this at 3.2 one more time. Check the 4 hour one. Yeah, the 4 hour says, you know what? We may go down a little more. But I feel like that will be the bottoms. If you can get Cody anywhere in here between 3.1 and 3.2, I think that's going to be a steal, honestly. All right, let's get into some news. Bitcoin Rainbow proponent wants to bet USD 1 million that the S2F advocates are wrong. When it comes to crypto, investors often talk about putting your money where your mouth is, and it looks like one outspoken critic is prepared to do exactly that, offering a bet of 1 million USD that Bitcoin's stock to flow price model will flop in the next half decade. The audacious move came from Eric Wall, the chief investment officer of the crypto hedge fund outfit Arcane Assets. Talking to Twitter, Wall challenged Plan B, the architect of the SF2 model, to a USD $1 million duel, writing that the offer was not a joke and would be willing to lock up the money for the bet with a third party both he and Plan B trust. What he means is, I decline broker would have read even 50% target range. Plan B is to respond to the challenge, but it looks like Wall is in the mood for a flutter and later opened up his offer to all comers, writing, if someone else has the money to lock up, I'll take you on instead. Sadly for him, though, it appears that there is set to be a lack of takers, with many Twitter-based crypto enthusiasts asking why they would want to risk USD in a 5-year bet when they could instead spread that time and money on potentially more lucrative crypto investments. Yeah, following the rainbow chart for 6 years, obviously. So he basically says that this is the Bitcoin rainbow chart. If you don't know it. And you can see, so Bitcoin goes up, comes down into the blue, comes up, comes down into the blue, and look, we're about to fire off into the wild blue yonder. Now, this actually is from an earlier date because we're like right up in here somewhere now at this point, okay? Because that's 20K, right? So, oh no, he took it from like an earlier version because no, maybe that was the 20K, yeah. And then we're sitting here, but we're now above 10K. So this is an old chart. Not using the best idea. That chart sucks. Maxed out every credit card line on this chart, to be honest. Can't lose. The model admits room for prices to 120K range near the end of 2021. Yeah, I mean, that's what I keep showing people is the stock to flow. If you don't understand what the stock to flow is, let me show you what's going on here. Dalio is spreading FUD. Says government will outlaw Bitcoin. Who cares, man? So what? We'll leave then. Then we'll go to what other country like. Let's have our Bitcoin. Ray Dalio. Why he doesn't have enough? Is that why? Ray Dalio believes nations will pump the price. That's what people don't realize. Ray Dalio believes nations will outlaw Bitcoin if Bitcoin price keeps rising. The billionaire hedge fund legend believes that Bitcoin's price going higher will only force governments to take action. Ray Dalio, the billionaire hedge fund legend, doesn't see digital currencies succeeding the way other people do. He expects authorities to clamp down on cryptocurrencies when they see material growth. Bitcoin has hugely outperformed Bridgewater year to date. Barry Silbert, CEO of Grayscale, a cryptocurrency investment firm with over 9 billion assets under management. So, like, had he just put all his money in Bridgewater, all his investors' money, he would have outperformed anything he did. So, I'm beating him, technically. So, had you invested with me in my little tiny YouTube channel, you would have made more money than investing with the most richest billionaire hedge fund and one of the greatest in the world. So, what does that tell you about my channel? That I'm actually competing with the billionaires of the world in when it comes to returns on investment. You know, Bitcoin and Bridgewater cannot be directly compared, of course. The former is a decentralized cryptocurrency with a market cap of $291 billion, and the latter is a hedge fund that manages $148 billion in assets under management. Nevertheless, the contrast in performance shows Bitcoin has a lot more risk-reward potential, particularly as the market capitalization today is only 2.3% of gold. Other billionaire investors show an appetite. Ultimately, Dalio's skepticism toward cryptocurrency comes down to the regulatory threat against them. If cryptocurrencies see material growth, Dalio says governments would likely ramp up their efforts to restrict them, though he did not specify at which Bitcoin price thresholds governments will start taking direct action. I don't think digital currencies will succeed in the way people hope they would. I mean, everyone's talked about that, and we brought it up. Is that really what's going to happen? Look, 16129, is that really what's going on right now? So much happens during the stream. Kusama, man, put this on your radar. A big analytic company said this will be the biggest winner in November. Kusama, honestly, on the 25th, it was at 26 cents. So $26, it's already at almost at 40. So it looks like they were pretty right so far, right? Have you looked at MSTR? No, what is that? Oh, MicroStrategies. Yeah, I mean, Michael Saylor, man, he's the man, dude. He bought so much Bitcoin. Look at it pumping today. Doing well. All the way up to 195. I just don't touch the stock market, man. I if I have an extra dollar, it goes into Bitcoin. It really does. I have to be honest. Or Chainlink, or Zilliqua, or there's just I FOMO for so many coins that like I can't even think about stocks at the moment. I'll probably get into stocks once this, because the crypto bubble is gonna pop in September, and next fall, and there I'm gonna have to get out of most of the altcoin positions. And then at that point, I'll either go into like a stable coin that's based off of gold. We have some gold stable coins now. And yeah, this looks really hot right now though. 195. Looks like it may go higher. Look at the daily on MicroStrategies. Yeah, I'm so deep into the crypto world that I don't even though this is technically crypto, but this is in a rising wedge. This is a 68% chance of a break to the downside. But if it breaks out, it will break out parabolic. It is following Bitcoin. So as long as Bitcoin goes up, I feel like this is going to just take that upward momentum with it. Right? So there's what I see happening, though. Probably could come back down to the pattern here, 173. If not, it's going to break out and go parabolic. But that's the if and scenario here for MicroStrategies. You could put a buy order in anywhere on this line here, 170 to 181, 169 to 181. Hope you get a catch. That'll be the plan. Everything taking a bit of a hit today. Lend, will it bounce off of that 52 area? Now it's below the 21. Doesn't like to be below it too much. You can see it's going to snap back, snap back, snap back. So to me, this is your perfect buy here for Lend at 52, 53.1 even. Feel like it's going to snap back on that 4 hour, and it's already forming, it's going sideways, and to me it's forming a pennant, right? Look for it to come back up, touch one more time, and then blast off. You know how Lund likes to do, man. Anyway, Bitcoin, 16,128. So now mighty Bitcoin still following the path. Has to break this green line now. Has to. This is it. This is it. We can look at the 1 minute and actually see it in real time. Like, are you going to do it, Bitcoin, or are you going to get rejected yet again? You can see, look, hit, and there's your rejection for a third time. Now, the only thing we could see, see, just rejected. It got rejected yet again by 16,142. So it can't break that, just can't seem to break that region. We'll see what happens. Holding 16,000 though. You know what's up with SHR, man. It's going to go to the moon. What do you need to, you don't even need to look at it anymore. I'm kind of serious though. Like, it's got some big news to it. Why does it keep giving me share token though when we know it's share ring, right? Is it share token? Why do I do this with you every time, man? Is it share ring or share token? And I know it's on KuCoin, but it's still not coming up. Yeah, Dalio, man. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I know we did it before. I'm like, we've done this. We have it mapped out. Wow, man. See, I missed it. That was us at 1.7. Went all the way to 2.5. Up 50% now off the bottom of this. Now it's going to come to the top of the trend line. And it may come down one more time and coil up. You see? Or it's going to break out. So that's going to be your line there. So you just wait and see if it's going to break out or if it's going to come back down to the bottom of the trend line. But we got our pop, man. That was our buy. You gave it to me right there at the bottom of the trend line. We did see this huge rejection. That worried me, but then, formed a bit of a double bottom. So sharing looking very bullish, even on the daily. Let's look at it on the 4 hour and see what we can get. 4 hours spent though. See, look, we're about to have a curve. Tells you that yes, we may I feel like that's the rejection here, and we will be coming back down. We see our Bollinger Bands too, opening up, getting pretty wide. We did get overbought up here. We're coming back down. So this could be just the beginning of it moved back down. That was a nice 50% gain, right? Yeah, I mean, I feel like we'll have one more chance to get to buy down here at 1.6, maybe one more time, and that'll be it. If you're lucky, there'll be one more time, and that'll be about it. So again, what is the steal of the day? Well, I just like waves, man. Went over waves. 385. We said 385 even. It's already at 385.97, right? I like waves breaking out of this pennant and going to the top. You can see the 4 hour about to cross. Everything looking good. So here's my trade of the day. Waves up to 427. Yeah, Bitcoin Cash didn't take anything. It's kind of going sideways. Didn't do what it was supposed to do yesterday. Had to close the trade with at break even. I was up $50 at one point and just closed it at break even. Just I cut it off when I saw the volatility. I said, not doing its thing. Where is it at now? Let's see, Bitcoin Cash. Wow, so Bitcoin now doing its thing. So we did break. We broke above that line, that green line. We really needed to break above that green line. And then we needed to break above this green line here. That's 160. We got to break this. So come on, Bitcoin, man. This would be your, 4 in the morning, we're up here. Came all the way back down. I could not believe that to 594. I thought that was it. Every time I see Bitcoin retracing, I think, oh, there it goes. And then, nope. Back up again. Back up again. Just forming these higher lows, too. I feel like it wants 17K, but we got to see if we can get the 16,350 first, which is the breakout of this pennant. So far, so good. Going to plan, right? Should be pulling up these USDT pairs, but now it's going so sideways. They don't know what to do. They're just like, nobody knows what to do. Everybody's watching Bitcoin. Bitcoin and altcoins approaching next significant break. Bitcoin price is rising and might attempt to break above 16K again. Ethereum could retest 470 and 475 resistant levels. XRP is holding 25.5 support. STX rallied 20%, you know. So other altcoins in the market, for the past few hours, a few altcoins gained over 5%. STX, ICX, OMC Go, KSM, DCR, Dash, Nano, Quantum, LRC, Yuma are all down. Ocean down. I like Ocean, man. Renko chart says Bitcoin can go all the way to 19K range before pulling back to the 12K range. Really? I mean, it could happen, honestly. But like, look at the daily. Look at the 3-day. Like, look at the 3-day. It is so overbought, and it's only been overbought 3 times, right? And both those were the 20K run up, that 13K run up in June, and now here we are. So I'm just trying to figure out here what Bitcoin plans, what Bitcoin is planning, right? What does it want to do? Because to me, every time it's been up here, it's pulled back drastically, right? So, like, I would never enter a trade here with a lot of money. I would scalp at one point, but I never would enter the trade here with a lot of money. 15-minute, we got a call out of bearish divergence. Let's look at that. Yeah, swing up to swing up, swing low to swing low. There's your bearish divvy right there. Tells you that may be it for Bitcoin, man. You know, it couldn't reach its previous high of 16,180 right there, 167. So either breaks it. If this can go up, it will negate it, right? And then we'll have evens. But so far, BS Social Swap is clearly calling out the bearish divergence. Swing up to swing up. But if we, only thing is we could take, I'll tell you this, if we took the wick and we went down to the price, it wouldn't be, right? Because price did get that high. So let's remember that, this possibility, no bearish divergence. But, I have seen this play out in the way it is playing out. So I got 10 on the sidelines for the next dump. It's either going to go very well for me or very poorly. 10K. No, it's going to go well. Just stay focused. I see what you're saying. You're going to miss this huge pump up. Hey, man. If you're not getting in now, you're just playing the charts the way they're supposed to be played. I hate to say that, but it is what it is. So, dude, I'm really liking this. I'm going to keep bringing this up. KSM. That was your buy down here, though. Boom, boomed up. Sold back down. See, everything is very volatile right now. Very volatile. Keep your stops in place. Play it close to the bone, I'm in band land in SXP right now. All down a little bit. Not too bad. Luckily, it could have been worse. Waves just took a big hit. Interesting. At 385, just, whoa, look at waves. So, wow. Went right down to oversold. That's interesting. It's like someone wanted that price, so they brought it right to there. Look, brought it right to the bottom of the pattern again for perfect entry. 381. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not gonna make a trade like I have the last 3 days. You can tell it's just far different landscape right now. Yeah, I would wait for the next dump as well. It's a smart idea, man. Yeah, there's your rejection. I don't have a good feeling about these pumps today, honestly. I have to say, I don't have a good feeling. Unless we hold the support at 16,085. We gotta hold this level here. You see where we got rejected twice? We gotta hold this right now. If we don't hold this, I'm bearish back down. We gotta hold the support. Basically 1690, 16100. If we don't, it's pointless. Today's a very strange day. Very strange. May close my I'll put my stop loss. Cancel the stop loss. And I want to add a limit order, right? Might just close the position, man, because I made 23% and it'll be like my first. It'll be my first. You know what? I'm going to close it at 16,065 maybe. Interesting. Yeah, the double bottom. Dude, another blast. Like, babe, will you write that down? You guys feel that? That was another blast by the quarry near my house. Like, it shook the floor, man. Like, Jesus. And yesterday, you know, earlier this week, I was in an earthquake. It felt just like that. I couldn't tell the difference between the earthquakes and the bombing and, like, it just, and the explosions in the quarry. So I'll put the limit order at there you go. And there we go. We sold at 1650. So I made my first leverage trade. And we killed it. Now, where do you see that cool little thing where it shows you how much you made? Where everyone gets to point out their wins, you know? Where's that little thing where everyone says, there's my wins? JD Hughes knows that. Like, you can show the trade and you can show that little picture. Back, look at my awesome trade that I made. On the mobile app, you have that. Sadly, you have to do it in the mobile while it's live. Damn. Dang. I want those little cool rocket chips, like, right? Oh, well. Well, I made a good trade, man. I made a trade, guys. And it went well. Excellent. Now I have 186. And I'll just keep using that to leverage trade. And we'll see. Can I take 186 to $1,000? Can I take it to 10,000? Can I leverage trade to the moon? All I have to do is wait for this Bitcoin short and then leverage this down another 10x and we'll go from there. Oh, Bitcoin. Well, hey, now going sideways, which is good for alts. So we need Bitcoin to go sideways for these alts. 16K, new bottom. Len popping back up. Good to see. Looks like I had a bottom at 51.96. European users can soon earn up to 9% on BlockFi. BlockFi enters Europe. Currently, the BlockFi interest account, BIA, offers interest rates as high as 9.3% APY, as shown in the interest rate chart. The testing phase of this new initiative has already started in Italy. The New York-based company will not offer services to the residents of the United Kingdom. This is perhaps due to the ban on the sale of crypto derivatives to the retail users, imposed by Great Britain's financial watchdog, the FCA. And there you go. I should never have sold at Bitcoin at 16,100. But I was just happy to make 20% on the leverage trade, right? I mean, that was pretty cool. That's how we maximize profit on a very small amount of money. I'll take my first leverage trade as a win. That's how it happens, though. They suck you in, right? Now, I'm still seeing this ascending triangle here for Bitcoin. Okay. Boom. It's respecting the trend line. Could even do something like this. Say there was the fallout. You'll see when you start doing 1 minute patterns, you see a lot of things like to fall out of the 1 minute pattern. Now, or do we also kind of say, oh no, it fell out and it's in a rising wedge, like so, with a 68% chance of a break to the downside. This one broke. This one broke. Will this one break? What I like about that is now we can use this trend line as the new support area and see, okay, are you going to defend 1650, you know? Oh, 14 likes. Really appreciate that, guys. Everyone here. Really, really awesome. The likes have been flying in on the channel. The 16100 sell wall got sucked up. Yes, it did. Let's see, though. Can we hold it? I like to look at Coinbase Pro, right? I like the sell walls there the most. I like the kind of how they put it up. We didn't look at Fiat Weekly, too. Let's take a look at Fiat Weekly, because Fiat Leak, I mean, it's going to show us how much money is pouring into Bitcoin and why, and how, you know, how fast in a visual way, which is really good. Flying. Look at that. People buying Bitcoin like outrageously. Look at that. They're buying ETH too. ETH getting bought up. Wow, look at the rapid fire buying Bitcoin. Tells you that maybe we will get to 17K today. You know, like that's nuts. People buying a lot of Chainlink right now. Dash, XRP is getting bought a lot. So you can see what people are loading up on throughout the United States. Little Litecoin getting thrown in there. Some OMC Go. Some more Dash from the bottom. I don't know why Dash comes from two sides, but we got Dash from the bottom here. We got Link coming in. Some Algorand I saw in there. Dash keeps coming. Dot. Polkadot. People keep buying Polkadot. XRP. Bitcoin. You know the names, man. There's some DAI. Atom. People like Atom a lot. I'm seeing some Atom buys. A lot of Bitcoin buys getting thrown in there. $50, $2, 17, 18, 1500. See, just people all around the world buying ETH, buying Bitcoin, almost go. Just people just taking nibbles, man. Wow. So 16100 really holding support now for Bitcoin. Like to see that. Now we just got to break that next level. So we'll see what happens for Bitcoin. But I'm very bullish now on the day. I'm still calling 28K the new all-time high. Are we talking spot Bitcoin? Link, Dash, Bitcoin, ETH, Litecoin, all good. Yeah, they're going to rip. We never stayed longer than 14 days in the 16K range for Bitcoin's entire history. Extent. Yeah, 16K is very quick. It's like in and out, you know. Doesn't show to have a lot of reason. We don't spend a lot of time at 16K. So Bloomberg goes bullish on Bitcoin. Latest NASDAQ decoupling. So Bitcoin on track for further price appreciation as it decouples from a classic positive correlation with the tech stocks. That's really, really awesome news, right? Likely to break 16K. We did that. We went bullish. Hacked exchange KuCoin recovers 236 million of the stolen funds. I think we went over that yesterday. That was good. Chinese bank adds digital bonds on sale for Bitcoin. That's a big deal. We check out the Dow. We went over the Wise token yesterday. Yeah. So Bitcoin now battling 16.1, coiling up in this area. Showing strong support off this top, this double top that it made. Okay, so one last thing I want to bring up, guys, is if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, hit the comment, like, and subscribe. Also, I'm going to show you something here because we got 20 people on. Now, if you are just new, please hit that first link and it gives you to the browser, the Brave browser. 3 times faster than Chrome, better for privacy than Firefox, up to 35% less battery on mobile. So it's a no-brainer. Again, then you're going to see here, Teespring, we have amazing merch. If you want to be a crypto lifer and show people that you love crypto, it's an awesome little guy going to the moon. It says crypto lifer. Some shirts are funny. Some shirts have little, little crypto is life. We have a hoodie that says banks are for robbing on the back. I really like that. So check that out. Some merchandise for the channel as well. Help support me greatly. And then even the best thing you can do is just to join the Telegram. Telegram's close-knit group of guys and gals. We have a bunch of people in there, and we all have fun, all positivity. We have 55 members, always some information going on. Look, can't be in the stream. Hopefully don't miss much. Catch you guys in a bit, And then we just, right off the bat in the morning, we all start talking, say good morning. Look at how much information and charts get posted just in the last day alone. This is all in the last day. So much gets shared, so much knowledge. I'm giving you complete trades. Here's my trades the other day. Iris, we're up 3%. BLZ, we're up $100. Atom, we're up $63. Engine Coin, all trades that we opened up on the live stream. We basically consistently show profits. BLZ, we ended up closing that trade for $100. We made 6.38%. With oil, U.S. Minter, synthetic asset. Yeah. Okay. See Chainlink, new partnership. I sent in your Telegram. Let me see here. I'm in the Telegram. I don't see it. Maybe in a different one. Here's the Telegram right here. Who knew? I don't see the Chainlink edition. I could be missing it, but no, because he was in Costa Rica earlier. Yeah, there's Bitcoin in a pennant going up to 17,236. Got one B. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming in. I wanted to show something real quick that we had 20 people here. I basically wanted to show you how I trade and what goes on, right? Now, what I use is relative strength index, MACD, RSI, right? Very basic. I also throw in a little bit of market cipher in there. If you don't know what that is, just Google it and you can get into that. Ask someone in my Telegram if you like somewhat of the indicators that he uses to make the whole indicator. We kind of built it piece by piece, and we have that for you if you'd like to use that. Shout out to CryptoFace though, and if you want to spend $1,000 on his indicator, I have no problem with that. I like CryptoFace. I think the dude does make some lot of money, does his thing. Can't hate on he live trades, something that I do, not many traders do. Anyway, so whenever I buy an asset, I make sure that the blue line I make sure that it's in a bullish pattern. If you don't know bullish patterns, you got to study them. I have a video that teaches you the bullish patterns, and it also has a link to bullish patterns. It's one of my first videos in the bottom, and it has a link to bullish patterns. You could look these up in Investopedia, anything like that, but you want to know your bull flags. You want to know your double bottoms, inverse head and shoulders. There's basically 6 main patterns that we play over and over again on the channel. During a bull market, we will switch once we go into a bear market, but once we're in a bull market, this is how we're going to trade. So we wait for the pink, we wait for the blue line to curve, we wait for it to be in a bull pennant or some type of pattern, and we always buy the bottom of the patterns every single time. We also make sure the RSI is set in either a bullish pattern or forming some type of movement. And we use the 1 minute to perfect bottoms by using bullish and bearish divergence. Let me show you how we do that. Now, for instance, here would have been a place where you could have longed Bitcoin. And why? Well, you have a swing low to a swing low on the price, but here you have a swing low and a swing up on the RSI. This tells you that that's where you want to get down, right there. These are called temporary bottoms, and they form when you see divergence. Okay, with the RSI. What does divergence mean? These two lines aren't going the same way. This is pointed down, this is pointed up. But normally they go together. If we went like this, you would see dip, dip, up, dip, up, dip. See, they're forming exactly, look, dip, up, down, dip, up. They're forming exactly the same, but out of nowhere, they converge and they go a different way. And that tells you that that's a temporary bottom, a place to get in either on a scalp or at least even if you're setting up a long for a longer period of time, why not make sure that the bottom that you get in is temporary so that you can save your stop loss from getting hit? So I use the 4 hour to wait for the pink to curve. Again, a lot of people were talking a bunch of different FUD yesterday. If you came to my Telegram channel, I'm going to basically break it down really nice and calm for you guys. I'm going to explain it, and I'm going to show you what goes on. We also show and prove here. We don't just say a bunch of nonsense and then just like not talk about it again. Have you sitting there wondering what's going on. We are very aware of what we say, how we say it, and just to give you pointers here is yesterday morning there was a lot of people going to short. There's a lot of people, because my Telegram is free, a lot of people bouncing in and out of there just talking. You know, some people come in there and say, oh, Bitcoin's going down, man. You're going to see a big drop. And then people will believe it. It will create a bunch of FUD. People will start talking nonsense. And I just kind of clear the air sometimes. And I say, hey, you know, what do you see? What do I see? Let's keep it calm. And I did that yesterday, saying, you know, we're sitting at 15,585. And I see on the 4 hour that it's clear to me, you know, this is what I'm saying. See, the difference between this channel and others is we use the same system to aim to predict the markets. It's clear to me that we are going up. Just clear your mind and take it simple. Look at the 4 hour. It's clear we're about to go up. And you can clearly see by this shot that I have here, Bitcoin at 15,585. We had a curve coming. This was yesterday at 8:40 in the morning. So this is 12 hours ago. And boom. We look at Bitcoin now, 16,154, right? Prediction, right? And I wasn't even, I'm not a prediction guy. I'm just reading the charts. I'm showing you what the charts are giving me. And I saw that the blue line was about to cross, and that's how I play things. And boom, we boomed up. So now we're at a very, very strong place of resistance. 16,150. We've had issues with this level all day. And we need to break it. Very important. Oh, there we go. We go to 16,200, guys. I'm going to get onto the bullish game. And you're going to see, we probably will get to 17K. And it could happen today, honestly. Very, very bullish for my long-term portfolio. Again, though, I keep reiterating that the daily is getting overbought. But hey, maybe this will be a pinning area where we're just insanity. But the daily is overbought. It's almost going up in a perfect line at this point. Completely parabolic run for Bitcoin right now. Defying all odds. Moving averages. Likes to come back to the moving average even on the daily. Look, comes here. These got to come back down. Even if it goes to 17. I would love it to pop to 17 so the pullback isn't as bad. Again, we needed to break 16,150 and we're doing that right now. So amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you hit the dislike button, amazing too. That means, hey, you had a reaction, whatever that is for you. Cool. Amazing. Red Dog Leader. Great stream. Thank you. Amazing, man. A new person. I've never seen Red Dog Leader. Everyone say what up. Shout out to everyone on the stream. Let me shout you guys out before I make a jump here. We got Theo, Colin Unger, XRP Muser, Ross Bush, Mohit Singla, Jesse B, Morafro, right? Morafro, Lance Timmerman, shout out. Colin Bagwell 30, Tiago Cruz, what's going on? JD Hughes, Theo up in there multiple times. Jesse B, JD Hughes, what's going on, my man? Musician, hitting that guitar. Probably plays other things. Jordan Gecko, Desmond Romaine. Wow, we had a full house today. Unreal. Unbelievable. Yeah, I don't want to miss anybody. Lance, who knew, man? My man, who knew? Bouncing up in there. Thank you, who knew? Appreciate that. Fritz Lang from the past. I remember Fritz Lang. Funny. Fritz Lang. Hello, Lifer. What's going on? Is that real? Is that the real Fritz Lang? Ja dot Dutch. Ich You guys talking German or something? right? Dude, Fritz Lang, I used to research that guy, Fritz Lang. Was it in UFOs or something? I'm trying to think Yeah, a movie called Metropolis. Yeah, yeah, exactly. He was an amazing director, Fritz Lang. He made Metropolis. Yeah, because I'm a film major, so I'm like, yo, why do I know Fritz Lang? I used to study him. August 2nd. Wow, he died in 1973, man. Friedrich Christian Anton Lang. Died 85 in Beverly Hills. Was born in Germany. Wow, so we're going to leave with Bitcoin at the highest point it was on the day. Unreal. Honestly, thought we were going to have a completely different day. Woke up at 4 in the morning watching Bitcoin pump unbelievably well. Then to see it give up all its gains and come all the way back down. Very, very sad. And then it just came all the way back again. Yeah. I know Metropolis. I've seen it. I'm a film major, so I had to watch all those like old films and, just certain types of films that kind of created the essence. Like Trip to the Moon is one of them that brings stress. All okay. Who knew? Still holding. CHR, I want you guys to think about Chromium, right? Has a deal with the Navy or some type of government agency. Google that, find out, verify that. And look, it came up all the way back down, 100% retrace. Gonna start its move back up, making these higher highs. CHR could be doing something insane in the next few hours even. Look at the 4-hour front running it before the pink happens. Interesting. Got that falling wedge as well. I like CHR, man. All right, we're going to end the stream. Any last tickers? Let me see what's going on. Fritz Lang holding. I'm a pro trader, bro. Hodl, you won't see me do unless close to the bottom of the bear market. That's the only time you see me hodling, right? DOT. Maybe I should do some trading again as well. Hey, man, I hodl. I'm a pro trader. I consider myself a pro trader. For 12 years. I have no problem coming out and saying that I hodl. I have no problem saying that. Because you know why? I'm always going to have... Here, let me break it down, the philosophy here. Say I was worth 100K. And I'm not going to trade with all 100K. I'm just not. What if the program I'm using just breaks something? I'm just not going to put all my money into... Even if I knew I could trade all that money. And I was the best trader in the world. I just wouldn't put all my money into the trading software just because I don't want to put all my money in the one place, right? So I hodl gold. I've been hodling gold for a long time, right? Anytime I feel that there's some extra money coming to me, I buy a little bit of gold. For real, what does in the pink mean? It's not on the charts. Well, I actually see like this area to me is pinkish. I am slightly colorblind. It could just be white to you, but to me it bleeds in. Other people have told me it's pink. I've asked numerous people. They said, okay, that's pink. Only traded a lot in 217. I might. Who knew? Thanks for the invite. Yo, come on in, man. He's got a really good group. They know what they're doing. They do a lot of futures trading. They teach a lot. So anyway, DOT right now is at the bottom of the pattern, 436, front running the idea that you'll get some pink here on the MACD, looking really coiled up. This is where you want to buy because you can put a stop loss at 430, and if it falls out of the pattern, to me it negates the idea that this is bullish, right? So I buy in the pink, and I turn my MACD these colors because the colors help me. Some people aren't using the colors in the MACD, and I think it can give you it can be a disservice not to do that. And the reason why, I'm going to break it down for you, but like, so here's a green area. Here's a green area. And let's say here's another green area, pump. Now, if you look, the pump starts like right around here on the MACD. So this green area is this green area, right? Here's another pump. And the pump kind of is from the white part to the green part. See? Here's another pump. It starts, this one is obviously a smaller section But even it started to get somewhat bullish here, and it's not the best idea because here the green took off most of the move. The bigger the move, the more the green should handle it. But what I'm trying to prove is a lot of times on a pump, I'll see that it starts, like even this pump, it starts in the pink, in the lighter section of the MACD. And that's what I mean when I say I buy in the pink, you know. Yeah, from pink to red. Exactly. You got it. Easy, man. Put easy on your radar, right? It pumped hard. I thought it would break out of there. It didn't yet. Getting coiled up though. It isn't an ascending triangle. We could see it break lower, right? But that's why I like these trades. You can get in right now and just have a very tight stop loss. So what I do is I just keep getting in at the bottom of trend lines over and over and over again and playing out to fruition. I have hot BTC. You want to see my position in hot? I don't think you do, honestly. It's not looking the best, but look. I've held hot for a long time now. No, there's hollow chain. There's two hots. I want to make sure we're talking about the same one. But this is my hot position right here. I got in on 1017, right? I got in at 1017. That's October, okay? Obviously bought it way too early at 10 sats. I took off the stop loss because I only put $100 in. It says I'm down $142, but I only put $100 in. So that's obviously impossible. See? So this is hot. I'll take a look at it for you right now. It's such a small Satoshi that like it's just kind of like it's not, the technical analysis is it's just really hard because one Satoshi is a buy order on it, right? And that sends it going crazy, you know. Yeah, hot has a gap at 22.23. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I got into hot with $100 thinking it'll 20x, right? Link dumped, huh? Yeah, not too bad though. Let's break down Link. You guys are funny, man. It did though. It fell out of the pattern. It's sad. It was in a bullish pattern. And I get really I have OCD, I think, and I get like pissed when like these bullish patterns break out because they don't look as clean. They look beautiful when they break out. They don't look good when they look down. They're like, eh, gross, you know. $0.30 is a dump in my opinion. Yeah, no, that's a dump. Pretty much. I mean, 3%, right? Because 120 is 10%. So 30 is damn near what? 30 is 1/4, right? So what do we think Bitcoin's at? It's probably at 90. I'm going to say 90. Oh, look at this. Ugh. 16,030 now. So that's a rejection, obviously. Obviously, the MACD losing a bit of momentum. I'm really getting... It's hard to make a call today on these. Very, very hard, honestly. One of the tougher days to trade in a long time. I'll give it to everyone here because every time we get a little movement, this has been one of the hardest trading seasons because like it goes up and you think like you missed something in the middle of the night. Everything's up. Like tonight, like sand went up 20% last night. It did, but like you wouldn't have known when you woke up, and you would have missed it during the day, and it's just been tough, man. It's been a tough. Now, if Bitcoin tanks, I feel like it's going to tank a lot of these coins with it. So it could take the whole market down, man. I would tether up at this moment. If I had to be 100% on this, I would tether up. So look at the big rejection there. And that's bearish divergence like you've never seen. Because we got swing ups with double top. And then you have the swing down, right? We did get hit by the 200-day moving average, though. Is that going to hold us yet again like it held us here? That is getting pulled up with the price. So now that the average is moving up, it should kind of lend some support like it did here. It's been holding support this whole time. The lowest we got below it was this wick here and this wick here, but we always snapped back to it. Snapped back to it. snap back to it, snap back to it. So no matter how low we got, so if we get low again, looks like we're just going to snap right back to the 200-day moving average. So it looks like we're going to cross 16K. And to me, that's a dump, right? It's going to start setting off a bunch of stop losses, anyone that's in the trade. It's a good thing that I closed my leverage trade, right? And that's why you close those trades, right? Just take what you can when you're in the wins. Could this be the next fallout back up here, you know? It's getting annoying to watch Bitcoin today, honestly. One of those days where I just kind of let it be. I wait for something to come my way. And, yeah. No, I know, 30 seconds. I know what you were saying, man. 30 cents. Went over that. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notification when you can find out I post my next video. And remember, if you came to my channel, then you're already doing the right thing. If you got some great value, please hit the like button. Please let somebody else know that you're learning from the channel and that it's helping you out. It would mean the world to me. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day. Be safe. Be good to people around you. Be good to everyone. Love each other and enjoy. Peace out.